Hello everyone and welcome to the second video of this channel, Coffee and Video Games. Again, it's me, Antonio, and we are now displaying the visual upgrades I did to my first PC build, which was based on a Dell 755 small form factor. In this video, we'll focus on changing the aspect so that it goes from looking like a mess to an actual gaming look. So let's go ahead and jump into it. You probably remember the computer looking like this at the end of the other video. If you haven't seen the other video where I explain how I put everything together, link is going to be down in the description of this video. But today I'm going to show you guys basically what I did to go from this to this. Once everything was set, I went ahead and well, as I explained in the last video, the power supply that I bought was not compatible with the original case of the Dell 755 small form factor. So I had to do some customizations, if you will. What I did is I kind of mounted the power supply to the side panel that doesn't come off of the case, like so. I just looked inside through one of the sides of the power supply. Has little holes where you can look in with a flashlight, of course, and I just made sure that there was a spot where I could safely drill without affecting any component of the power supply itself. Once I made sure to find some spots where I could make some holes to mount it onto the case, I drilled the holes, stuck the cables in through the side where the old power supply was originally at, like so. And, well, that got that problem taken care of. The next thing I did, there was a little bracket where the fan for the CPU used to kind of hinge onto, pictured here on this image. And I got rid of that so that I could have enough space for the hard drive to actually fit all the way down. Since we installed the video card, it was too, even though it was a low profile video card, it was still too bulky for this particular computer. So I removed that bracket, which is marked right here, and that allowed me to put the hard drive all the way down. Luckily, the fan that goes onto the CPU actually has two screws on each side, so it still sits there safely and does its job with no problem. After that, the other panel, the one that actually comes off, I went ahead and cut it. I allowed about an inch on each side and just kind of made it into a hollow panel, and then I glued a piece of plexiglass to it to give it that gamer computer look. Up to that point, this is what it looked like. And then I decided, why not add some RGB? So I went to Walmart, I bought a strip of RGB lights, cost me about $5, I believe. And I glued those to the actual metal of where the side panel. So now I have RGB on the build. And that was actually about it. It was basically minor things that I did, but they helped improve it aesthetically. I wanted to install a aftermarket fan, if you will, to this particular computer to make it look even better. But unfortunately, the way the screws are on the motherboard, it doesn't allow for an aftermarket fan to actually be screwed onto the motherboard. They're weirdly placed. So I had to keep the stock fan, but like I said, it does its job. I did download a program that helps me see the temperature of the computer's components. So there's no option for another fan, but the stock one does just fine. And that about wraps everything up. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, again, feel free to comment. If you found this video useful at all, if it gave you some ideas as to what you could do with your own computer, feel free to give it a thumbs up or share it with your friends. Again, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time here at Coffee and Video Games.